Hey, let's talk about fitness, living in a van, because you don't really have a home base. Well, you got a home base, but it rotates locations. Anyways, brief background on my fitness history. When I was a kid, I was in like motocross and stuff like that. So being a motocross guy, and this was back in the days of short suspension travel and all that stuff. I remember reading all the magazines, like it was like Motocross Action or Dirt Bike Mag, a few of the old mags, but they had like fitness articles on strength for riding motocross. That's kind of how I got into it. Fast forward to a few years, when I started surfing, same type of thing. Surf, you want to be fit. Started getting into like traditional weight training, which was kind of strange. Not trying to be like the giant guy, but maximum strength for a person of my build. Bear in mind that I can vary in weight from 140 to 160, and that's kind of like where I'll hang out. I'm 5'10", so basically I'm a stick guy. I'm bones, got some muscle, skin, just a little tiny bit of fat. I did the whole thing, went to the gym, pushing heavy weights, massive amounts of protein. I used to be doing, like for breakfast, it was 12 egg whites, made a scramble, that broccoli, that was breakfast. Then I'd have a half a chicken, more broccoli and a potato for lunch. Then I'd finish up that other half of the chicken, more veggies, and that was dinner. Yes, I did get maximum muscle. Still, I never pushed past like 160. Downfall is, it's a lot of food. You're gonna be going to the bathroom a lot. Let's just leave it at that. You can imagine. So, fast forward to skateboarding, surfing, doing all this stuff for, gosh, seriously, ever since I was 5 years old. I'm 58 right now. Do all those activities, old school weight training. It's going to cause a lot of dysfunction in your body. The surfing and skating, while fun, is basically you're either left foot forward or right foot forward, and basically creates a lot of asymmetrical development in your body. In surfing, there's a lot of drive off your back leg, so you can imagine constantly pressuring off that back leg predominantly. What's it going to cause? Same thing with skateboarding. You're either going left foot forward or right foot forward, unless you're you're switch foot. You can go both directions. Most people can't, and if they do, they're not doing it on a consistent basis. So combine those two together, and you just have this incorrectly developed body. It's past, like, I'd say about a year and a half, I got into just doing some studying and research. What am I going to do? I mean, let me back it up real quick. After doing all that behavior, obviously compressing my spine, all this other garbage, ended up messing up my back, going to chiropractors for years on end, stressed out, got into yoga. Well, at the time, it felt good, got the philosophy, ended up actually teaching yoga and becoming a manager at a studio. How fun is that? Teach yoga, stress out because now you're managing like 20, 30 instructors. That, I found out, it's like, I always wondered why can I not do certain forward bends? We won't give them the proper names in Sanskrit or whatever, just because it is stretching here in the United States. All right, so never could figure out why I could never do certain forward bends like all the other kids in yoga school. Women could easily fold in half, their noses are touching their knees. Me, it looks like I'm an awakening corpse, barely able to get my hands to touch the middle of my shins. So, did all that, gave it up. Fast forward to where I was talking about a minute ago. Year and a half, I started doing some studying, some research, and came upon a system called functional patterns. It's taken it back to, as we as humans, what have we evolved to do? What do we do? Well, we are bipedal creatures. So we stand up, we stand erect. What do? We walk. Hey, I'm stopped so I can actually look at you. We run and we throw things. That's what we do. Don't let anybody fool you. Hasn't been much evolution since we did those activities. So a lot of it based, we've got these great glutes that allow us to be erect, standing, functioning, running, walking, throwing creatures. So I looked at all the other training and found Functional Patterns, who was founded by Naudi Aguilar. He is truly what I'm going to call a real scientist. Constantly working on the craft, developing what works, what doesn't work. Not afraid to admit if it doesn't work, and we'll change it so it does work. So started following. Thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you much, Naudi, for posting up these amazing videos, what you've done and your practitioners have also done. Started studying it, and I'm going, my goodness, this is groundbreaking. What they are doing with people by integrating functional, integrated fitness. Everything has respect to how the body moves together. There's no isolation. You function as you were designed to function. That's how you train. It's interesting. You'll see the studies of the people that he has trained and what they're doing. We're talking anything from people with scoliosis, so corrective therapies. We're also talking top-level athletes that were on the verge of basically their careers done, and now they are just beasts, monsters at the top of their craft and their fitness. We'll give you a case in point. At Cornell University, there was Kyle Dake, which is this past year won world championship. He was traditionally, from what I gather, I don't know him personally, so I'm just going on data I've gathered, but training traditional weights, traditional style of fitness. Got together with I think Naudi and Pablo, and got on the FP program, and it has been amazing. You take a look at him, and he just looks like a human animal. Just that's the way you should be. That's the way you move. It's amazing. Then you watch how he is in competition, and it is brutally beautiful, the movement on the mat. Treat yourself. Go watch the latest Kyle Dake. Now that being said, functional patterns it's not just going to the gym. It's also there's mindsets. It's making sure that you are working on problems for yourself. You're looking at society as well. And that's what I take from it is, hey, if we fix ourselves, we can then also begin to help fix other problems, not just with ourselves, but those around us, what's going on in the world. It also entails proper food, sunlight, things that you actually really need and most people don't get in their life. So that's where I'm going. I've actually got, hang on one second here. I gotta inch my truck up here in a parking space. Big old Nissan van is hard to see that front bumper. But I'm now parked. Now I give you my full attention. All right, so back to, where were we? Oh, yeah, basically just how can you make your life better? How can you make those around you better? There are those that are never going to want to fix themselves. They're so caught up in, unfortunately, I'm not going to say we all do it. I've done it. Ego. You spend countless hours, hundreds, thousands of hours learning something, and it could be ego, soul crushing to see that, oh damn, it doesn't work. Or maybe I just wasted time. Well, don't let it be a waste of time. It is how it is. You can change it. That's what I'm doing. So I've been working on, you start off in FP, you start off looking at the videos, you start looking at the Instagram, you get on Facebook and you join the group and you learn a little bit more. That point, do you want to fix yourself? Got to start with the body. And that's where the 10-week online course is. It's pretty much if you want to become a certified instructor, functional patterns practitioner, or a biomechanics specialist, which is where I would love to take it. It's a goal of mine, is to get to that level. Mainly just to figure out how this thing works. The healthier I am, the better I feel, the more I can do. So, I'm doing a 10-week program. I'm stretching it out because it's not just a 10-week program. Realistically, you might as well triple that out. And that's where we're going. I've been spending time just basically working out all those, a lot of that calcification, knots in the body. You start off with a lot of myofascial release. Check it out. Let's see. Functional Patterns, 10-week online course. Get on it. Do some studying. Join me out there. Join me on the road, because that's what we're going to do with this van, is we're going to also make sure it's mobile. Can we accomplish the movement we need to move? Yes, trust me, there's some amazing fitness tools that Naudi Aguilar, once again founder of FP, he has invented, patented. Those are actually just been on the market and coming onto the market. Won't be able to put those in my van, but I'll be able to replicate a good amount. We'll see how far we can go with that. You know, resistance bands, kettlebells, medicine balls, some of the pulley work that they're doing with the, his specific machines. Obviously, like I said, can't fit it in my van, but hey, who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line, I might get a facility, but I sure do like this mobility thing. That is it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. My goodness, we're going up on 13 minutes of me rambling, giving you a little bit of history of where I came from, fitness, and there was more also. We'll get back into this in another video. Gonna give you a little talk about what I was doing for the past 8 years, training wise for martial arts. That'll be a good one. We'll give you some more tips on that, and that is it. Have a great day. How's that? How do they say? Train intentionally, not habitually. Quote from Naudi. Cheers.